everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Laura.
And guess what? We're talking about one of my favorite Disney movies. Yes. Can you guess what it is?
Disney. I need some hints.
Okay, well, she's not a princess though.
It's a she.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you think of Disney movies, you often think of Disney cartoons or the princesses. I need more hints. Is she older than the princesses?
Maybe. All right, I can't wait. I'll just tell you who it is. It's Mary Poppins.
Oh my gosh, I love Mary Poppins as well. I think there was a new one.
Yeah, recently. Well,
after the Julie Andrews version.
Yeah. Well, actually, Mary Poppins is not originally a Disney character. But we can learn a little bit more about who Mary Poppins is, who wrote it, and we can learn a lot about it. So let's take a look.
Okay. Reading.
Mary Poppins. The Banks family is in trouble. Katie Nana, who helped Mrs. Banks look after her 4 children, has quit. Mr. Banks is quite harsh with his children. He wants them to follow the rules. However, the older children, Jane and Michael, want a nanny who is kind and fun. They write their own advertisement and want to put it in a newspaper. When Mr. Banks finds their ad, he hits the roof and throws it into the fire. Instead of burning, the paper flies out of the house. It finds its way to Mary Poppins, a nanny who's far from ordinary. It's clear that Mary Poppins has magical powers. She uses her umbrella to fly in the wind. She can also talk to animals and make tables fly up to the ceiling. When the children point this out, however, she denies everything. Though she seems strict, the children learn that if they behave, Mary will take them on wonderful adventures.
All right, so let's take a look at our article for today. It says, the Banks family is in trouble. Okay, so it kind of starts off with getting a little back history about Mary Poppins' story. And then here we learn about a family called the Banks family. But it's not really good news for them because their family is in trouble. Now, when you are in trouble or to be in trouble, it means that there's going to be some difficulties happening. Maybe something bad is going to happen. So it's not really good for the family right now.
OK, 所以一开始的课文听起来好像是有点不太乐观因为他说 The Banks families 就是 Banks 一家人呢这个家庭呢 is in trouble OK, 当我们用 be in trouble 就是有麻烦或是处于困境 OK, 那看起来他们可能是比方像是会不会是因为他们有些经济上的困难呢 OK, 那如果你呢在学校不乖我们就可能会说 Oh, you're always getting in or getting into trouble at school OK, 那这时候你可能就要可能跟妈妈说 I promise I will keep or stay out of trouble 也就是说你不会就是惹麻烦最好是要这样子Okay, and sometimes you might be in trouble, okay? If maybe you're late or if you shout at your mom, you'll be grounded. Okay?
You're going to be in big trouble.
I know, we don't want to be in that kind of trouble, okay? But let's get back to the story here. So what happens to the Banks family?
Okay, well, it says here, Katie Nana, who helped Mrs. Banks look after her 4 children, has quit. Okay, so Katie Nana is basically like their babysitter. And then Katie Nana decided to quit, okay? Here it says Katie Nana looks after Mrs. Banks' children, okay? Look after just means to take care of someone. So you can look after your dog or look after a pet. Your parents always look after you. That means your parents always take care of you.
Okay. Look after somebody or something 就是照顾或是照料什么人啦，或是像是你可以照顾你的小狗狗啊、宠物等等。OK， 所以回到课文提到就是 Katie Nana，OK， 他们是帮助 Banks 太太照顾她4个孩子，哇，所以他们还有4个小朋友哦，然后呢，他离职了 ，OK， so we saw this word quit, didn't we?
That's right. Quit is spelled Q-U-I-T, quit. It's a verb and it just means that you won't do a job anymore, or it means that you will leave a job, school, or to leave a career. So for example, we can say Molly decided to quit her job in Taipei and work overseas in New York City. So it just means she decided to leave her current job in Taipei and to start a new one in New York.
OK， 当我们用 quit 这个动词哦，其实我们通常有辞职啦 ，OK， 或者是甚至于退学哦这样子的意思哦。那现在呢，我们就来问一下 Tiffany 一个假设性问题：Would you quit your job if you inherited lots of money or win the lottery?
Oh my goodness, that is a really tough question. I mean, I would say...Maybe yes and no, because I know that I need to do something.
Oh.
So I'm not sure. Maybe I would still continue to work, but not as hard.
That's right. I would do the same thing. 对，我刚问他是说，如果他继承一大笔钱，或是可能中乐透，会不会辞掉工作？我个人觉得我可能还是会继续工作，因为要不然你们是不是会太想我跟 Tiffany， 对不对
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, 所以but if you really hate your job, maybe you could also think about quitting. 就是很多人如果很不喜欢工作，就可能会想要离职辞职，那就会很凶的，或者是如果他老板很机车，他可能就会说，像电影里面这场会。I quit， 我不干了，这样子的意思哦。Okay, back to the story. Do we have a Mr. Banks?
Yeah. So Mr. Banks, the husband, is quite harsh with his children. He wants them to follow the rules. Now, harsh just means he's quite tough on his children. It means that maybe he has a lot of rules. Maybe the children always have to, study or learn something, and they can't step any toe out of line. So it must be kind of stressful being, I think, his kid.
I know. Well, my mom is actually like Mr. Banks. Okay, 所以我怎样？我妈妈是怎样的人呢？刚刚我们有提到 harsh 这个形容词，就是有严厉的啊，或者是有苛刻的。所以看来 Banks 先生对他的孩子很严厉哦。他都要他们怎么样？乖乖的遵守规矩。Let's find out more about the children.
Yeah. It says, however, the older children, Jane and Michael, want a nanny who is kind and fun. So, of course, if their own dad is so strict and so tough, they want someone that they can, relax and have fun with. So they secretly hope and wish to have a nanny who is, more, I think, relaxed and more open-going.
I wish I had a nanny as well.
I know.
Who's like chill and cool, like Mary Poppins.
Ooh.
Okay, 所以呢，然而年纪比较大的小朋友叫做 Jane 跟 Michael， 他们想要一个，当然就是人又好啦，然后个性又好玩的 nanny， 也就是保姆。
So what do? They write their own advertisement and want to put it in a newspaper.
好可爱哦！所以这个小朋友们他们就会写了他们自己的广告啊，然后并且想要放在这个报纸上刊登。Advertisement 就是广告，当然我们也可以在口语上直接用 ad 做一个缩写 比较好念啦 Oh, and what happens next?
All right, so next it says, when Mr. Banks finds their ad, he hits the roof and throws it into the fire. Okay, so yeah. Their dad finds out. He hits the roof. Hits the roof just means to become very, very angry. You can imagine his head kind of, expanding and go boom.
OK, 所以当这个 Banks 先生发现这个小朋友写的这个广告之后呢，他就很生气 OK， 然后把这个就是其实我看到电影里面，他整个是把它撕碎，然后丢到这个火当中哦。那刚刚 hit the roof， 大家可不要以为是什么要打这个天花板的意思。当我们用 hit the roof or hit the ceiling， 就是有大发雷霆啦、暴跳如雷这样的意思。那这也是刚好今天的 Pocket Phrase Go 要教大家的哦。Let's check it out.
Pocket Phrase Go. 大家好，我就是风靡全球的音乐才子强叔哦。大家呢看我现在胖胖的样子很可爱，其实呢我年轻时脾气火爆，力求完美哦。我还记得呢有一次演唱会哦 ，When they told me that my costume were not ready, I totally hit the roof。当他们跟我说我的衣服还没准备好的时候，我可真是大发雷霆啊。Roof 呢就是屋顶的意思 ，hit the roof 或者是呢 go through the roof， 冲到屋顶，冲破屋顶了。你呀就可以想象这个是有多生气了，都要起飞冲破屋顶了。你呢也可以用这个字ceiling 天花板的意思，所以呢很生气的时候暴跳如雷 ，hit the ceiling, hit the roof。All
right, so let's go back to your article. It says, instead of burning, the paper flies out of the house. Okay, so yeah, normally when you throw paper into a fire, it burns, it disappears, it's gone. But strangely, this paper starts to fly out of the house. Okay, so instead of just means to pick or do one thing and not the other.
OK， 不过呢，这张广告纸却怎么样？它没有在这个火当中燃烧，而却飞出屋外。当我们用 instead of something， 就是并非而不是，所以 A instead of B。OK， 也就是说 instead of 后面接的就是不要的那个东西哦。我举个例子，很简单，会比较清楚哦，像是 He had juice instead of milk。Instead of milk 的后面是什么？他不要的东西是什么？就是牛奶，因为他选的是 juice， 是果汁。Easy, right?
Very easy.
Right.
All right, so next in the article it says, it finds its way to Mary Poppins, a nanny who's far from ordinary. Now here we see the word ordinary. It's an adjective and it just means something that is normal or usual, something that is typical. But here, Mary Poppins is far from ordinary, so that means she's not that typical, not that normal, okay? And we'll see why later. But let's take a look at a sample sentence for the word ordinary. I can say, today was an ordinary day. I went to school, came home, did my homework, and watched TV. So that means these are the things that I usually do on my daily basis, and it's nothing special. That's just my ordinary day.
Boring. Just kidding.
Yeah.
OK, 所以这张广告纸竟然飞到了哪里 ？Mary Poppins， 一个超级无敌特别的保姆哦，也太巧了吧 ？OK， 不过我们先来看一下 far from， 就有着远远不怎么样，或是完全没有怎么样，是用来强调相反的一个状况。所以课文提到的 far from ordinary， 就是它表示它不普通，不是一般人这样的意思哦。因为 ordinary 这个形容词就是普通的啦，一般的啊 ，OK 就是 normal usual，OK， 比方像是 ordinary people，that just means people who are not famous, rich， 就是一般的普通人 ，OK， 我们当然就不要讲明星的时候，就会讲说大家普罗大众这样的意思，或者我们来做一个相反的 ，It was no ordinary day， 你们猜是什么意思？No ordinary 当然就是不寻常哦，就是很特别的意思。So that just means it was a special or unusual day, okay? 所以当然就是 special, unusual 就是它的相反词。Okay, so this sounds very magical.
Yeah, it does. And in here it says, it's clear that Mary Poppins has magical powers. Okay, so how does she know and how does it come to her hands? Well, here it says, it's clear that she has magical powers. Now, the phrase, it's clear that just means it's obvious that. So it's obvious that Mary Poppins has magical powers. Or I can also say, it's clear that mom is very angry. Okay, maybe she's already furrowing her eyebrows, crossing her arms. It's very obvious that mom is not happy, so maybe you should just hide first.
Okay, or pretend that you are a good girl and writing your homework.
Mom, I love you, and then maybe we should be all good.
Okay, 好 it is clear that. Okay, 就是什么什么很显然的、很明显的。所以刚刚我们听到那些故事，很显然听起来是不是 Mary Poppins 好像有魔法哦 ？OK， 我们先来看一下刚刚出现的文法重点哦，就是it 加 be 动词加形容词再接 that。OK， 这样的句型以 it 当作虚主词。注意哦，这个句子的真正的主词是 that 所引导的名词子句。 那通常在句子中主词会比较短，所以在主词比较长的状况之下，我们就要用 it 做虚主词，然后把主词移到句子的后面。OK， 那特别要注意的是，当这个 that 子句做主词的时候 ，that 是不可以被省略掉哦。那在这个句型当中，主词的补语是形容词，表示对 that 子句的评价。所以再回去看到课文 ，It's clear 有没有？这个补语是形容词 clear， 很明显的 that。OK， 然后 Mary Poppins has magical powers， 所以 that 后面也就是 Mary Poppins has magical powers， 其实才是真正的主词哦。OK， 那我再造一个句子。
OK，
什么东西很明显呢 ？Oh my God， it's clear that Tiffany is the smartest, nicest, and prettiest girl I've ever known.
Oh my God,
oh my
me?
God,
Oh my God.
oh my God， 很明显，对不对？这个大家都不用说就知道了嘛。
It's clear that Laura is the bestest thing ever, right?
I know, I'm so honest, right?
I know.
That's so clear.
That's why it's so clear that you're awesome. All right.
So we better shut up and explain.
I know.
Magical.
All right, let's take a look at the word magical. Magical is an adjective and it means it has something to do with magic or there's some kind of special power or skill involved. Now, sometimes magic can be when you say a few words and something happens that you can't explain. Or as we can see in Harry Potter, maybe they might use a wand and something magical happens or they perform magic. So magical just basically means it has something to do with magic. For example, I can say, Disney World is such a magical place. Everything that happens there always surprises me and leaves me feeling happy. That's right.
Okay, I love Disney World. Okay,
Me too.
Magical. 我们都知道 magic 就是魔法或是魔术的意思。可是提到 magical， 通常我们就是有感觉到有特别的魔力的东西哦。所以刚刚我们在课文看到的 magical powers， 就是指这个 Mary Poppins， 她好像有魔法这样子的意思哦。当然，在口语上我们也可以说，哇 ，a magical place， 像是迪士尼，对不对？是一个很充满着很棒的、很神奇、很 amazing 的地方，也可以用来表示这样子啦。What kind of magical powers does she have?
Okay, well, for one, it says she uses her umbrella to fly in the wind. She can also talk to animals and make tables fly up to the ceiling.
真的
fun.
真的，
Yeah.
如果有看过电影，都一定会知道啦。这个 Mary Poppins， 她最经典的就是可以用雨伞在风中飞行，而且呢，她还可以跟动物说话哦，然后还可以让桌子呢飞到天花板上呢。哇，实在是太棒了 ！I want a nanny like that.
I know, it sounds really fun. Next, it says, when the children point this out,However, she denies everything. Okay, so what did the children do? They pointed her magic out. So when you point something out, it just means you let someone know about something. So when the children pointed out that, hey, you have magic power, she's like, no, I don't. That's what denying means. Denying means saying no and saying you don't approve of that or you don't agree with that. But back to point something out, you can also say the teacher pointed out that we should study this part of the lesson more. Okay, or my mom pointed out that we need to leave the house now. Okay, so point something out just means to let someone know about something else.
没错 ，point something out 就是指出什么什么，比方像是，刚刚我们提到就是 Tiffany 的妈妈，就是说出，我们现在应该要离开这个家了，就是把东西，把某件事情陈述出来，说出来。所以课文呢，小朋友常常会说，哇，指出这个 Mary Poppins， 哇，你有魔法，你好神奇哦。可是很奇怪 ，Mary Poppins 她都会 deny， 她都会否认一切，她说没有啊，没有啊，那就是他不会承认啦。
Next it says, though she seems strict, the children learn that if they behave, Mary will take them on wonderful adventures. So here we see the word strict. Strict is an adjective and it just means harsh. That means things must be done a certain way and you must obey or follow the rules. So for example, Mr. Banks was very harsh. We can also say Mr. Banks was very strict as well because he expects his children to follow the rules or to listen to him. Now, let's take a look at a sample sentence. I can say, my dad was very strict growing up, so I was always scared of him.
Was that true or just a sample sentence?
Yeah, no, that's half true.
OK， 好，我们来，刚刚其实我们有提到 harsh 嘛，其实是这里的 strict， 同样也有严格的或是严厉的哦，它是个形容词。那不知道为什么我们一直要讲到我们的父母，比方像是 My parents were very strict with me when I was young。小时候父母对我的要求也非常严格，不过好险我还蛮听话的，所以我没有很叛逆哦。Okay, so yeah. What about behave? We also saw that word, didn't we?
Right. So if the children behave, they can go on adventures. Now, when you behave, it's a verb and it means you act properly, and that means you have manners, you're polite, and you don't do anything to make adults angry. So for example, I can say, Mom told us to behave or else we can't have ice cream for dessert. Uh-oh. So I'm pretty sure
you better behave.
You better listen. You better behave.
对呀，behave 通常我们是有行为表现的如何如何这个动词。那当然你可以表现很好，就 you behave well or behave badly 就是表现很差 OK 那当然 behave 单单这个字也有听话这样的意思哦比方像是可能爸爸妈妈在这个保姆里可能或者是 babysitter 之类离开的时候可能会说 Did the children behave? Or did the children behave themselves? 就是刚刚孩子们有就是乖乖听话吗
So if they behave, what can they do? They can go on a wonderful adventure. Now, adventure is a noun, and it just means an exciting or dangerous experience or trip to somewhere. So, for example, Indiana Jones. I'm not sure if you guys know him, but Indiana Jones is always ready for an adventure, especially a dangerous one.
Dr. Jones.
Yes.
OK, 小时候还觉得他蛮帅。OK, adventure 就是冒险的意思啦，它是一个名词。比方像是 She had some exciting adventures in Egypt. 她在埃及经历了一些很刺激的奇遇。那如果我们说 if somebody has a sense of adventure, 就是他有冒险精神，他很爱冒险这样的意思。I don't think I'm not really into adventures. I'm actually more like, I'm careful and safe. But sometimes on a trip, you have to have some exciting adventures to make your trip more interesting.
You have to have a little bit of sense of adventure when you go out and if you want to have fun or if you want something cool to happen. All right, so far, this is a story of Mary Poppins. There's more to learn about her, but let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with our For You Chat.
For You Chat.
All right, so our For You Chat is, are there any rules you wish you didn't have to follow? Why?
How much time do we have?
I think there's a lot of rules that I wish we don't have to follow. Like, for example, since we know we go to work, I wish we don't have to follow the rule of going into work on time.
Yeah, like punching in and like when to punch in and stuff. And like what's wrong, with being a little bit late at times?
Sometimes like just things happen and just being like I think within 15 minutes late, it's okay.
Yeah,
if you're
I always wait for Tiffany. And I don't get upset about that.
It's okay. We wait for each other sometimes. And we don't get upset about that. I mean, everyone has things that happen to them before they leave the house or whatever. So I think that should be more flexible. As long as you have your work done, and as long as you finish your work, then it's fine.
And also, like, when I was young, I had curfew.
Oh,
I hated that. It's like, you have to trust me, Mom. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But sometimes I think parents don't trust you fully yet. So that's why they
it depends how old you are. I mean, when you're around, like, college, about that time, that should be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I had curfew, like, even, like, probably a couple of years ago. Like, when my mom's like, yeah, you should, I'm glad I moved out now.
She still thinks of you as her little girl.
I know. But I get it. Sometimes rules are probably there so that, maybe we can enjoy the fun when we're not following the rules.
I know, you feel like, so rebellious, rule breaker. So, yeah, I don't think we have enough time to talk about all the rules we wish we didn't have, but you guys can talk about it. You guys can think about some rules that you don't really like and why we don't have to follow it. But I think it has to be something reasonable too.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys can talk about that, but don't forget to stick today too because we also have more to talk about with Mary Poppins. So we'll see you guys soon.
I want that. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Mary Poppins. The Banks family is in trouble. Katie Nana, who helped Mrs. Banks look after her 4 children, has quit. Mr. Banks is quite harsh with his children. He wants them to follow the rules. However, the older children, Jane and Michael, want a nanny who is kind and fun. They write their own advertisement and want to put it in a newspaper. When Mr. Banks finds their ad, he hits the roof and throws it into the fire. Instead of burning, the paper flies out of the house. It finds its way to Mary Poppins, a nanny who's far from ordinary. It's clear that Mary Poppins has magical powers. She uses her umbrella to fly in the wind. She can also talk to animals and make tables fly up to the ceiling. When the children point this out, however, she denies everything. Though she seems strict, the children learn that if they behave, Mary will take them on wonderful adventures.
Vocabulary Review.
Quit. Melissa quit her job because she wanted to work in another city. Ordinary. I had an ordinary day at work. Nothing special or strange happened. Magical. The wizard said some magical words and turned himself into a large green monster. Strict. My grandfather is on a strict diet. He is not allowed to have any sugar. Behave. Bobby's parents told him to behave when he was at his grandmother's home for the weekend. Adventure. The sailors went on an adventure across the sea to find new lands.
智慧小补帖
Harsh.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net